As the fiscal court continues to dip into its rainy day fund, how does the county plan on maintaining its infrastructure?
Well, it's I think it can be refunded. I mean, we've always had a reasonable revenue coming in, but we operate a very conservative government. We do operate a government different than most other people. Any place that I've ever worked on budgets, and I've worked at University of Kentucky, IBM, and school system for 8 years, and I know how budgets work. And if you don't, they always wait till the end of the year and they try to see how much money they can spend so they can get the same money next year. That's not the way we do business. We do a budget, a bare bones budget, and then set up a reserve in each department. And when the budget, you can operate out of the regular budget, but when it comes to extra money, then everybody has to agree that you get it out. If you need something, it's there. But otherwise, you don't just spend all the money you can spend. And it's got to be quite a contest now. People are seeing how much money they provide their services and how much money they can save in their budget instead of trying to see how much you can spend and waste the taxpayers' money. And we just don't let that happen. There's no wasting. The taxpayers are our number one person, and that's the way we run.
Well, the rainy day fund has been phenomenal for this county. We need to have a rainy day fund, but last time I checked, it's storming outside. Our taxpayers are hurting. Either we're taking in too much tax, or we're not providing enough service. We do have some services that we need to improve on. We've got we're basically a training ground for EMS personnel. We're not paying ours as much as comparable size counties, and several of our paramedics have left because of that. They're able to get secure jobs with more money in other counties. We need to pay our EMS personnel more. We need to improve on some of our infrastructure as far as our we have deputies' cars that are being shared by deputies. We're having deputies' cars break down. We just purchased a new buggy for the EMS personnel. We could probably use another one. We need to put something on the north end as far as a buggy because it's taking too long to get stuff from downtown to over in the north end. So that's something I'd like to see happen as well.
With the continuous developments occurring around the county, are roads keeping up with development?
The roads in this area if you're talking about 68, that quarter was much needed. Was glad to see that go in. It's going to save lives. We've had too many people killed on the old 68. Some of our county roads, such as the one down at River Road, where they've fallen in, we need to work on getting some of that stuff fixed. Some of our county roads are deteriorating. We need to get the state to come out and take care of some of those roads. As far as development out in the further reaches of the county, we've got huge subdivisions going on, and especially in the north end, where some of the roads are more narrow out in the county. We need to work on getting the state to widen some of those roads for the people out there.
With the continuous developments occurring around the county, are roads keeping up with development?
I think roads are doing pretty good shape. We probably have the best county roads in the state of Kentucky. I travel around everywhere, and our county roads are 99% blacktop, and that's unusual for most counties. And the 1% is people that just absolutely don't want them. They don't want the people out there, so they just don't want that blacktop. So we have not blacktopped them for that reason, but we are a black county, and that's something that can be said about it. It's most everybody would like to have that kind of a situation. As far as new roads, quite honestly, state roads in Jessamine County is a lot worse shape black than the county roads are. A lot of the fall ends and River Road and some of those roads like that they're state maintained roads, and the county doesn't have anything to do with it. All we can do is aggravate them, trying to get them to fix them, and we have pretty good luck with them. They do a fair job, but money's tight, and everybody's going to have to be kind of tightened down And because people are hurting, taxpayers are hurting, and that's the reason you have a reserve. Our real estate tax rate right now is lower than it was in 1990. So that's we think that's quite an accomplishment.
You can take the next 60 seconds to collect your thoughts and tell the voters anything that you'd like them to know.
Yeah. Well, I'm first want to thank the Journal for having us make comments about the program. I want to thank the people that are going to be reviewing this for the support, ongoing support that they've always given us and continue to give. We have worked hard and heavy since with work in the other cities. We started working together as a group in 1993 or 4. We've worked that way ever since. We have 3 to 4 meetings a year, and bring up the topics that we want to work together on. And we're having a wonderful operation together, school board and both cities and the county. We work hard and work with our legislators and have enough money to have been able to get money to help us about everything we need. So I'm going to go with my record and appreciate everybody that is ongoing and supporting us and helping us in every way.
Thank you. I want to thank you all for having us. My opponent loves this county, and I know that. He's spent 20 years running the fiscal court. He's done a great job at doing that. But it's time for new change. It's time for new ideas. It's time for new generation to come in and take over responsibility for running the county and making sure that we're advancing into the future. We have a lot of problems, and especially in our north end, fire sub-district tax area, and things like that need to be addressed, and that's something I'd like to do. We have a lot of projects going on that I'd like to oversee. It's a great county, and I just want to be a part of making it a greater county.